All right, so it's Thanksgiving and my wife had to go work at the ICU of the vet clinic. So I just got Chug and me here in the garage today, or this evening rather. And I guess since we're moving out of this garage here soon, oh, anyway, since we're moving out of this garage here soon, might as well try and get this 67 Beetle running. I've ignored this car for, I don't know, a super long time. I've had it for 3 years. I bought it off a guy super cheap, and it's a fire damaged vehicle, I guess. So the engine had an engine fire back in the 90s, and then the fella parked it in the garage, and then he died. And so anyway, I don't know. I figure with moving out of the garage, I could trailer it, or I could finally try and get it running. So I've been working on the thing here and there. I really, like I said, I don't talk about it much on the channel, but I've been acquiring parts and pieces to rebuild the top end of the engine. And so anyway, a new distributor, a carburetor I found in a salvage yard and kind of rebuilt and modified to my liking. I put all that together and have installed it and everything. So it's really not too far off. I'd worked on it a lot, and then I don't know, I just kind of quit doing stuff on it. You know, everyone says these are really easy vehicles to work on here. Let me see if I can flip this around. Everyone says these are really easy cars to work on, and that's, I don't know. You know, from working on them myself and then working on this American V8 rear wheel drive manual transmission stuff, you know, I would say that the Beetle is pretty comparable in difficulty, if not more difficult than working on those. So, you know, it's given me a run for my money a few times, and maybe it's because I'm used to this stuff and the Beetle stuff is so different. But this one I did pick up in Iowa here, and you know, it's really a very solid car, more or less, except for the engine fire, which we can take a look at back here. Now, I kind of came to own this stuff because my wife is super into, when I met her, I guess, we've been together for 7 years now, but when I met her, she was kind of more so, I don't know, a hippie per se, kind of had some of that mentality, and she always loved these. She grew up with, apparently got a really bad signal in here. But, well, if you can still hear me. We good? Can you hear me or not? All right. All right. Apparently y'all can hear me just fine. So anyway, her uncle had one of these, or I guess a bus, and I don't know, you know, she had that her whole youth, was around that. And then so when we got together, she had always wanted one of these. Now, way back a long time ago, I had a 69 Beetle, but it was just rotted out that we got together, and then we just really didn't get too far on that project. So anyway, then we got this 69, and you know, she painted the Beetle on it here, which is actually some weird glow-in-the-dark paint. But onto the engine fire, you can see where it actually burned through on the lid a little bit. And so I've since rebuilt this carburetor and everything, and I installed a Pertronix igniter distributor. So, you know, and I just kind of thrown it together, and I probably will make a video on this car. I've recorded quite a bit of stuff to this point, and I still got some stuff yet to do, but it's moving right along, you know. And I know all you Beetle people are gonna freak out about this. This was actually on the car when I bought it, and I've just left it. But before we ever drive the car around, we're gonna get rid of that. That is the #1 cause of Beetle engine fires. But and usually they just get all the way up to the front of the vehicle. And you can see before I bought it, you know, they tried to clean it up. They painted the inside of the deck lid and tried to hide it. But if you look back here, and it might be hard to see as we're in some low light, it was just all torched on the back of the housing and everything. So anyway, the carburetor is all burned up, you know. So yeah, in pretty rough shape, but it's come a long way. And if you want, I can fire it up. I just kind of got everything kind of thrown together. Not a whole lot of effort, I guess, into tuning at this point, just enough to make it crank over, but we can do that in a second. But I don't know, you know, definitely not my normal thing. A lot of you guys, I run a little Facebook page, or a group rather, Thunderhead 289 Carbon Engine Tech and Tune Forum, and everyone always asks about Chug, how she got her name, and she is a girl. Everyone thinks she's a boy. Chug is actually a girl. Come here, Chug. And we actually, we found Chug on Google Images, if you can believe that. We actually have another dog, and he's kind of a mutt, and we were trying to explain to someone what, and his name's Bandit, what Bandit was, and then we saw a picture of Chug here, and anyway, the rest is history, I guess. We went out and got her from the Rescue League in, shoot, where was it? Somewhere in North Carolina, I can't remember. And some crazy lady dropped off Chug with, just dumped her out of a crate, and she looked all messed up, and we took her home and all the way back to Iowa and cleaned her up. But recently, Chug had a little calamity where she got really sick this week, and I had to take her into the vet. Hey, come on, come here. Had to take her into the vet. Sit. There you go. And anyway, they got her all fixed up, but she had an x-ray, and it turned out that she has some bird shot in her. She had apparently been shot with a shotgun or something at some point. I imagine when she was a stray for a couple years. Yeah, hey, oh, yeah, Kevin, look at all of this stuff. I was like, oh, you know, maybe I'll pull the Maverick in. Oh, wait, never mind. Anyway, so you kind of twisted my arm and forced me to work on the Beetle. Now, you know, I don't know. Everyone says these are really easy cars to work on. And again, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. It's been rather difficult, but you know, every time I work on this car, I want to hate the thing, but I don't know, you know, it's just kind of fun, the history and the, you know, the significance of the car from the era and what people kind of think about them. There we go. I've really had a hard time, you know, I can walk away for like a month and then I kind of start thinking about the thing again, play around with it a little bit, but it's definitely a neat rig. The 67 was a year that had a lot of little nuancy things, a lot of weird specifics. So, you know, and it's a pretty good year where I think they were 12 volt. This one definitely is. I don't know if they were converted, but this is a 12 volt car and has the 1500cc engine, and it still has that, which is weird. They only did that for like 2 years, and then they went to the 1600. So it has decent power for what it is, and you know, it still has, after 67, you know, as time went on, you know, they got just like really plasticky, and I don't really like those eras. Now the suspension on the 67 is garbage compared to the Super Beetle era, but you know, I don't know. I'm not trying to hot rod the thing. I just want to drive it up and down the road, and I kind of like all the chrome and ornateness. I mean, just look at this dash. I mean, who can argue with that? So once I get all the electrical gremlins worked out of the thing, but there's just such a, you know, when I meet people who do Volkswagens, they're just like my favorite car people to talk to. They're just, you know, they just love the vehicles for what they are. I've never met a Beetle snob, you know, where I've met, you know, Chevy snobs, Ford snobs. Sometimes people even say that I'm a Ford snob. And, you know, I don't know. They're just the nicest folks at little car events. But let me see. You know, and even some of the, they're just kind of fun to work on. I don't know if any of you guys have Beetles, but this book is like the most fun book to read through. It's like someone wrote it back in the day, and it's like reading something straight out of the 70s. Look at this. John Muir. You know, and I don't know, I swear that that's also the name of a I don't know, some outdoorsy person who did a lot of stuff. All you hippie folk are going to cringe that I can't remember who that is. But, I mean, like, look at just this, if I can figure out how to read here. You know, just this, how he explains how you're supposed to warm the engine up. It's like you're literally reading from a forum, but it's a book way back from the 70s. So, you know, I just get a kick out of the thing. You know, what does it say here? Just let it idle slowly for a minute, then just a little faster, blah, 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 blah. You know, like a lamb, not like a lion sort of thing. And dude, the guy who wrote this, it's just like, I can picture him smoking a joint the whole time he's writing this thing. Boy, see if I can put this down here with one hand. But the illustrations and everything are just like super of the era, super 70s. And I don't know, it's just like straight up entertaining to read. So I used to travel a lot for my last job, and I'd take this with me and read it on the airplanes, and it was just a lot of fun. So I don't know if I can remember quite all the weird stuff about these Volkswagens. I know that putting the Pertronics distributor in there is a little bit different than kind of the style that they used to have back in the day. You know, the one thing that Volkswagen did that I never really could understand is, you know, they have a typical points distributor, but I don't think they ever made a mechanical advance and vacuum advance distributor. And I've made a lot of videos discussing why those are both important. What do you think? Do you know why they made this? Why did they make this? It's the stupidest thing. This one right here actually predates the 67 Beetle, but it was on it. But it, I don't think it has any mechanical advance. It's strictly off of vacuum. Now, the vacuum on a Beetle is actually very interesting, at least on this carburetor that I have here. It works off of Venturi vacuum is what the port is. So as the RPM increases, as I guess volume through the carburetor increases, it actually increases that signal. It's the same thing that opens the vacuum secondaries on a Holley carburetor, I'm pretty sure, is how these, you know, this vacuum port works. And so on this particular distributor, it only had vacuum advance, but it advanced as RPM increases, which is different than how our American V8 stuff works. So kind of weird, but this Pertronics has mechanical advance and vacuum advance, and it's more so the conventional form, like, you know, our American V8 stuff. So I don't know, I might have to make a little plate here to be able to tap into manifold vacuum. I guess it'd be too hard to try and get some ported vacuum, but manifold vacuum, and then, you know, we can have mechanical advance and vacuum advance, which is nothing that Volkswagen ever did to my knowledge. You know, I know the 009 distributors are only mechanical advance. So, you know, anyway, they're just kind of super interesting. I'm not sure why they did that. You know, I always thought the Germans were supposed to be the smartest folks, but just with the dynamics of how an engine works, that doesn't make a lot of sense to set it up that way per se. But anyway, it is what it is, and we'll get that going. Now, the one thing that I've always got a kick out of this car, it seems like just a complete time bomb that would absolutely kill you. It's got like a built-in self-incinerator. I probably can't say that, but I just did. But check this out, amid all of the janky wiring that's in here. So most of these cars cool with the engine shrouding. They have a big fan on the, I guess if you want to call it an alternator or a generator, and that pulls the hot air of the engine, you know, out and away and whatever, and does some interesting stuff with some thermal items that control the temperature back of the air-cooled piece and whatever. So, you know, I'm sure when I make the video, we'll really get in depth on some of that. If, you know, if I, we'll just see. There's a lot of strange stuff with these cars. But, so, I guess what I'm trying to say is the passenger compartment is heated just by the engine heat, not coolant, of course, just the air that's in, you know, from around the shrouding of the engine is kind of pumped through the car. Well, this one in particular, and I don't know much about this, I've never seen this, and I've yet to even research it. It apparently has a gasoline heater in it. So it just seems like a ticking time bomb. Like, check this out. There's an honest to goodness spark plug on this thing. What is going on? So that's like the most interesting thing. But anyway, well, I don't know, you think I had it been fooling with it a little bit. I think we can try and start it up. It's missing like half the teeth on the flywheel, so you know, it just gets kind of weird. We can try though, for sure. The door is not very good. There we go. All right, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Maybe I should read these comments that are on here. I'm not too good at doing that. All right. What do I got going here? I have my jump starter as a battery. That'll be just fine. Yep, that's good and fine. Completely safe. All right. Okay. Maybe. There you go. There's the flywheel teeth that are missing. Maybe. Oh, you can do it, little guy. You might not get to see it run. Ooh, thinking about it. I haven't put a timing light on this or anything. I just installed the distributor and put the carburetor on. Made sure everything was good. Not leaking, I guess, since that's what killed the car the first time. And then just went with it. So we're in the middle of where I, you know, making the video, I guess, for YouTube. So this is just kind of a unique perspective here. Let's take a look. It sounds like the ignition timing is a bit late. So, if I can remember right, man, let's just advance it a skosh. I can hear the accelerator pump, it's working. So, Chug is not having any of it. She's hiding over there. Oh man. Skinny thoughts. All right. This is definitely, I don't even know how I fit in this. It's almost ridiculous. I'm 6'5", and really it's fairly comfortable. You know, I don't know, like the pedal box scenario, I don't know who really designed that. That's a bit ridiculous. But other than that, you know, they're actually pretty roomy. That's probably because if you got hit in the side with a bicycle, you'd probably total a Volkswagen. They're so thin. Oh, come on, little buddy. We might not get to see it. Are you just being ornery today? You're just not having any of it? Still sounds a bit retarded. Can you even say that in 2020? That the ignition's retarded? Insert the meme about how some people are advanced or people are like distributors. Some are advanced and others are, well, you know. All right, little buddy. Oh, maybe we're just not going to get anything. Check the anti-diesel solenoid. I actually eliminated that on this carburetor. Oh, there we go. Definitely was retarded. Probably still a little retarded. Oh look, is that the red light of death or the red light of no charging? Is it gonna idle? That's probably the red light. Oh, no charging? I don't know, you guys tell me, I haven't looked it up yet. I did change the oil, it has 2050 diesel oil in it. Idling? We're gonna idle? Kind of? Oh, too slow. Luke the Sloth was not fast enough on the throttle. Again, we're not doing the timing light thing, we're just going by sound here. I think I have the mix screws 2 turns out. Can't remember. Give her a little pump. Hey. Wow, you could submit that to the low idle challenge. That's ridiculous. Okay. I'm just having fun with you guys here, I guess. Normally I would go through all of this stuff. You know how particular I am about everything, but I don't know. Thanksgiving, I'm by myself here. My wife's at work, so what else are we gonna do? Chug is absolutely frightened of the Beetle because she's much smarter than I am, hiding over there. Oh, there she goes. Our jump pack has some power. I don't know if it's charging or not. I'd have to get a multimeter out, and I don't have enough hands for all that business. Nice cold rev. Literally what the book tells me absolutely not to do. It's fine. Okay. It's not even smoking. Hey, I am reading the comments, kind of. I don't know, I can barely walk and talk at the same time. Walking, talking, and reading comments is a lot of work for my little brain. Oh my goodness, the horn works. I've never tried that. That's pretty cool. I think I got too much crap in front of the car to see if it actually would move. What am I gonna hit? Like a 3-wheeler? Actually, there's a T5 transmission in front of this thing. We'll just put it into, I think that's first. Let up really slow. Oop, no, parking brake's down. Holy crap, the Beetle actually moves. We just moved it a hair, or else we would have just crushed everything to oblivion. All right, cool. And it hasn't even burned down yet. Do less idle things. Ooh, there we go. Do you like all that tomfoolery all over this carburetor? I kind of had to hack it to get it to work. This is actually the correct year, believe it or not, carburetor. So not too hard to, or not too easy to come by rather. Definitely shooting rich now. Give her a whole half turn. Smells pretty rich. That whole side of the exhaust is completely rotted off. So that is one annoying thing about the car. It's actually pretty loud. But all in all, I thought it'd be a lot louder than that. Okay, well, before we run our jump pack down, I think we're going to call that a day on the Beetle. Meep, meep. Ta-da! Neato. Okay. Now I'm down to just one car that doesn't run out of my 8 cars. So, oh no! I think mice have been getting up in this car since it's been sitting here. That is kind of sad. That's why I put it in the garage, so that wouldn't happen. Okay. Neat. For an Iowa car, it's extremely solid, which, you know, obviously it's been parked for a long time. I mean, that's like really the worst of it. Usually in these Beetles, my 69 was horrible, but the battery box is all rotted out. This one's still completely there, so that's pretty amazing. All right, a few other carburetors that I had that didn't make the grade. Cool. Well, I'm sure you guys will see this pulling out of here sooner rather than later. It might be in the snow, unfortunately, but we'll do a few snow donuts for you, and it should be a good time. So, anyway. All right. Now we can sit down, chew. We succeeded. We succeeded today, and we weren't even trying to do anything. Very legit. Your little Heidi pants. Mook's gift, Luke. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Find Mook's gift. What do you think she put in here? You think she... I don't know. It's going to be something completely effed up. I don't know if you all actually know how Junkyard Digs, Mook, and all of us guys used to get along, but I'm sure it's completely effed up, whatever's in here. Unless you mean the stupid Edelbrock sticker. I did find the Edelbrock sticker and peeled it off. So, cross that off the list. Okay, I guess that's not opening. Oh, this was a really cool thing once upon a time that I found in here. Battery service or something. 1992. I think that was under the old rotten battery. I can't remember. Many moons ago I discovered that guy. Okay. I really don't want to pry on that glove box. Maybe I'll do it. how to hold phone and do glove box things. Translation, I can't. So just enjoy a... Oh man. I can't show that on camera. I found it, but I really can't. Here, we can do it really quick. All right, you guys ready? Are you ready? Give me a yes if you're ready. All right. There it is. And we'll do it one more time. There you go. Did you all get that? Oh my God. Where did you even get those, Kevin? Is that a keychain still over in the corner? I'm gonna go show everyone that damn keychain. Do. Chew, you're stepping on your leash. You're stepping on your dang old leash. Come here. Come here, Chug. You shall not leave, Chug. Oh, that was very talented for you. Come on. There you go. Oh, you moved it, Kevin. I think. Heck. Oh well, you're safe. No one gets to see that because I can't find it. Almost fell down. It's fine. And what are we doing with this car? Absolutely nothing, because we need some money to finish off some things that we have some things to do yet. So, and they're kind of expensive. We'll get there eventually. I might leave, we're actually Kevin, he has a garage somewhere else. I'm going to be moving out of here too. So the poor car is going to get trailered yet again without getting done. But we're down to this being the only car that is not completed. It has a TKO 500 5-speed in it, and then obviously the super Chinesium Y-end 174 supercharger. So, we won't get into that, but some weird experiences with that guy that were fairly unsavory in the unpackaging process. Some of you people might know, I've talked about it before, but we're just gonna let sleeping dogs lie, however that phrase goes. Okay, one more time on the thing that's hidden in the Beetle, and then I think we're gonna sign off here. Here we go. This is what Mook apparently put in the Beetle. Who knows how long ago or how long this has been in here, because I haven't touched this car for like 2 years. But anyway, boop. Where do you even find that? It's like a shirt pin. That's gonna end up somewhere in one of these cars. You'll have to find it. All right, well, my friends, I think that's all I got for you. If you do find, I don't know, if you're into old cars, these 60s Beetles, I don't know, they're just 60s and early 70s Beetles are just really neat. If you have one and you haven't heard of this book, you don't own this book, just for the enjoyment of it, you should definitely pick it up. I mean, like I said earlier in the video here, it's like the illustrations are super 70s, super 60s, but almost kind of cartoonized, which I don't know, helps people with little brains like myself. But it's like reading someone just straight up talking to you. This guy made this book and published it himself, I think. So, it's just kind of like different than what you would normally find. It's like literally reading something someone wrote on the internet. It's very entertaining. So anyway, hopefully we see more of the Beetle in the future. I'll have a longer drive to work coming up here. So maybe in the summer to save gas, we might have to, I don't know, drive the Beetle as a daily driver. I've kind of always wanted to do that. And you know me, I always like Oh, obviously it has some work, or it needs some work. The wiring is complete debacleville, but there's hope yet. So I think that's gonna do it for me. Chug has completely checked out. My little mascot here. She is ready to go home, letting me know that she's ready to go to the big couch in the living room and not get up until tomorrow. So with that, I think I'll catch you guys later. Take care and happy Thanksgiving to all you guys. Now if I can see how to actually end the video. Oh no, does Luke not know how to end the video? Go gadget end. There we go. Goodbye.